be working on like how to do a single point tracking in layer-based compositing application. So if you notice here, we have a small video we can download from Pixels, and it's I just found like this is the good one for a single point tracking. So let's dive into it. So let's start. Maybe I'll start somewhere from first second. B in a keyboard for beginning, and I'll go till like 5 seconds to 6 seconds somewhere, and N in a keyboard for the end. You can see B and beginning and end for the end. Right click in between, use an option called trim comp to work area. That's good. So once it is done, go to the Windows tab, and you can see there is an option called tracker. So in this example, we'll be working with an option called a single point tracking. We'll start using an option called track motion. First of all, choose this source. So we go ahead and start choosing the source. Like an example, you want to do this. Very good. So now you see it's convert from composition to your layer, and select the footage and click on option called motion track. The minute you click on motion track, the tracker type will be getting enabled right now. You can see there's no information such. Click on the track motion. Now notice we got a track point 1 on your viewport, and we got a single point tracker. Zoom in a little bit, and you can use a space bar to navigate your scene and start little maximizing the area. So I found this particular dot is very good for the point. So I just kept it there. And once it is done, so currently if you notice, my timeline is set in the last frame. So what we have to do is we need to analyze in the backward. So use the option called analyze backward. It start tracking the footage in a backward direction. So it just take a while to do that. So what's happening here is it will try to follow the point what we have sample. That particular point, try to keep on searching for the next frame and try to track it. That's good. Now, once it is tracked, you can see this information is being, you got in the form of keys. Now, this information where you have to save it. So what you're going to do is create a null object on your scene. So can you see there's an option called edit target? Choose your null layer here and hit OK, and use an option called apply. So now this entire track data will be applied on your null object. So you're giving an x-axis and as well as an y-axis to enable it. Now if you notice, the null will be connected throughout your timeline. Now let's make it this composition more interesting. I just got a logo and it's a PNG image. So I just got it. So you can just go zoom in and start placing the logo. Maybe I'll just scale down, like say, maybe like too much. That's good. Maybe let's increase it, let's say 45 or something. Yeah, that's good. So I just go closer, try to place your logo nicely, and that's pretty good. So what you have to do is, at this point, can you see we have an option called parenting to the null. So just click and drag on your null. So notice that object will be like, aligned and move along with your subject there. So if you see nicely, it starts moving nicely. And to make it a little interesting here, so instead of, can you see we have this extra information right now. So go to any one of the frame, in the first frame. You can use your pen tool to mask it up. So I'll just go closer. So click, click, click. And one frame we have to do the mask because as it's a still frame of your polygon, and use an option called invert it out. So that's good. Next is to make this point smoother. You can use your convert point tool. So just make it as curvature nicely, and here too. Nice. You can see right now, that's pretty good. So you can just place your points around it. Yeah, that's all. So now you can see nicely the logo has been placed, and it moves along with your composition so far. Let me put it on bigger screen. So I'm just maximizing it. You can see that. So that's pretty much to do a single point tracking. Hope you like and understand the concept of single point tracking. Thank you. See you in the next topic.